This week on Lexington Now, Week of Valor, the Firefighters Toy Program, and Lincoln Day. Welcome to Lexington Now for the week of November 4th, 2019. I'm your host, Neil Noah. Lexington is commemorating veterans during the first 2 weeks of November with the official proclamation of Week of Valor.
Today we are announcing the many great events occurring throughout our community for Lexington's Week of Valor. From November 2nd through the 16th, our region has nearly 24 events dedicated to our veterans. It's our Week of Valor, which this year has expanded to 2 weeks of Valor. This is in addition to the many businesses who provide discounts and free meals on November 11th for Veterans Day. Over the past several years, Lexington has been working hard to become a great place to live for veterans. Councilmember Susan Lamb has been holding her Veterans Appreciation event in Veterans Park. We formed our Commission on Veterans Affairs. Chair Michael Sparks is with us today. We started hosting a Week of Valor, including our Veterans Parade. And we've been working with the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame to hold their ceremonies in Lexington the past 3 years. This year, we've been working on several initiatives to make Lexington even friendlier for veterans. We have a Veterans Affairs liaison in the mayor's office for the first time ever, and he's with us, Craig Kamak. We announced an effective end to veteran homelessness in Lexington, and this effort involved many, many people in our community. I have sent off 2 honor flights and served as a guardian on one of those to Washington, D.C. We installed dedicated veteran parking signs at several city parking facilities across the community. We are working to become the home of the Kentucky Veterans Hall of Fame. We currently have an active military intern in the mayor's office, thanks to a program with the Army. And next year, we will host the Veterans Engagement Action Center, a one-stop shop for veterans to sign up for all the benefits they deserve and get on-the-spot support for problems they are having. Lexington is very welcoming to our veterans. This is a personal issue for me. I'm a military spouse. My husband is retired Army and Army Reserve. I'm a military mom. My son is active duty Army and my son-in-law is active duty Air Force. My father, 4 of my uncles, and 1 aunt served in World War II. I understand what being in the military means and how important it is for a community to support and embrace our veterans and their families. Lexington has a strong community of veterans, and this is our opportunity to recognize them and honor them. One organization, Veterans Resources United of Central Southeastern Kentucky, known as VRUC, has been leading the efforts to organize the many events for the Week of Valor.
I just want to give a few comments about VRUC. We cover 43 counties that are served by the Lexington VA healthcare system. Also, I want to put a plug in for this year's Veteran Parade. We still have opportunities for you to join the parade. There are no fees ever. You can get an application at vrug.org. We're asking all of those organizations that wish to be in the parade to fill out an application and to send it in. We want to commend the Lexington, Fayette County, the mayor and the urban county government for supporting veterans the past 3 years as the support that they have given us. Thank you.
Whereas Lexington honors and supports veterans who have dedicated their lives to protecting our nation. And whereas Veterans Resources United of Central Southeastern Kentucky works hard to serve those who have served in our military, as well as their families, and whereas with the work of VRUC and supporting organizations, Lexington holds many events in appreciation of our veterans. And whereas for 2 weeks in November 2019, nearly 24 events will be held to honor and support our veterans. Now, therefore, I, Linda Gorton, Mayor of Lexington, do hereby declare November 2nd through the 16th, 2019, Week of Valor in Lexington. Congratulations on all your hard work.
Lexington's fire department has officially kicked off their annual toy drive. We were there for the announcement.
Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. And my name is Todd Houston. I'm a firefighter here in Lexington and the president of the Fraternal Order of Firefighters. I'd like to welcome everybody to the official kickoff of the 2019 Firefighter Toy Program. Today marks the 88th year that the Lexington Fire Department has been a part of helping the children of Lexington have a Merry Christmas in some form or fashion. Over the 88 years, the program has grown bigger and better each year, and with each year, we have changed just a little bit at a time. This year is no different, but before I go into the specifics, I'd like to introduce a few people to you. First, I'd like to ask Lexington Fire Department Chief Kristen Chilton up here to say a few words.
Good afternoon. It's not just an honor for me to be here today, but a pleasure. The fire service is all about tradition, and this 88-year-old tradition of helping families bring joy to their homes during the holiday season is a tradition that I'm personally very proud of. We also have a tradition of service, and this program is an extension of that. We serve this community with not only fire protection, but also fire prevention, public education, responding to hazardous materials and medical emergencies, and so much more. The Fraternal Order of Firefighters, or as we know it, the FOF, is the non-profit charity arm of the Lexington Fire Department. The FOF allows us to also serve in many other ways, not just through the toy program, but also by purchasing back-to-school clothing for children who need it through our Shop with a Firefighter program and helping to provide smoke alarms to keep Lexington families safer through our free smoke alarm program, and that's just to name a couple. Today, I am very proud of these traditions and the services we provide. I am also very proud of our community partners, like the ones behind me, which is Paul Miller Ford and Don Franklin Auto Family, who recognize the importance of these programs and join us wholeheartedly with us in serving this community. Finally, I want to give a big thank you to the Lexington community. Last year, through your donations, we were able to provide toys to more than 2,200 kids through our program by supporting the program here in Lexington. That means we were able to help more than 1,000 families have a merrier Christmas last year. This is the 88th year our department has sponsored the toy program, and we couldn't have done it without the ongoing support and donations of the people here in Lexington. So thank you all very much.
For 88 years, this great program has made sure that our community's children wake up Christmas morning to find gifts under their trees. An incredible record of service. I think I heard you say last year the toy program served over 1,000 children? Families and 2,200 children. There's a lot of hard work involved in getting toys under Christmas trees. But Lexington is home to hundreds of elves who help. Firefighters volunteer to run toy programs. Generous businesses, two of whom we are honoring today, citizens, churches, community groups donate toys. So I want to thank the firefighters who make this happen every year. And in their honor, it's my pleasure to donate a toy fire engine to Chief Chilton. Todd Houston, and the FOP. Every one of us needs a toy fire engine, right? You want to come? This one happens to be Play-Doh related.
Thank you very
Congratulations on a great program.
much. Might have to get one of these for myself.
Well, I'm going to get them for my grandchildren, so thank you all.
So now on to the specifics. There's a lot of information to pass along, but to be considerate to everybody's time, I'll just hit the highlights. The sign-ups for this year's program will begin this coming Monday, November 4th, and run through Thursday, November 21st. The times will be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Wednesday, and 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursdays. We will not have sign-ups Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. The things you'll need to bring are the same as last year: valid and current driver's license or state issue ID, proof of Fayette County residence with a LexServe bill or a utility bill, and then proof of guardianship. The address for our North Pole this year is going to be right where we're standing. It's the old Walmart building. It's 3180 Richmond Road. And these and all the other details about this program and the Chuck Williams auction can be found on our website at www.lfdfof.org or by following us on Facebook at Lexington Fraternal Order of Firefighters. Thank you all for coming.
Lexington has expanded the annual Lincoln Days commemoration honoring the legacy of our 16th president.
Lexington has a complex, fascinating 244-year history that touches all of us every day. And sometimes we're surprised to learn that we walk where the giants of history have walked. Thanks to Lex History Tours and the Lexington History Museum, we are going to take a special look into really exciting pieces of our history. Exciting because they involve Abraham Lincoln and Henry Clay, two giants of our local and national history. We're going to explore the relationship between Lincoln and Clay and with Lexington during a special celebration called Lincoln Days, November 20th through the 24th. This is the second year for this celebration and the first time we've expanded it to a week of activities. A number of local organizations have combined to put together a really interesting week of activities with something for everyone.
We're excited to recognize and celebrate the significant history of Lexington by noting the importance of Lexington and Lexingtonians to the life of Abraham Lincoln. So we're going to have these Lexington Lincoln Days this year from November 20th through the 24th. And it's a really exciting event here, and we hope to get people really interested in history and get excited about Lexington and our own history, which is very complex, but it's very interesting. So the dates are November 20th through the 24th. The theme, again, is Henry Clay's influence on Abraham Lincoln. And the programs are going to start on Wednesday night, the 20th, at the Kentucky Theater. We're going to have a showing of the 1940 classic movie starring Raymond Massey of Abe Lincoln in Illinois. There are Kentuckians and Lexingtonians referenced in this movie, and we'll probably discuss that a little bit before the movie starts that night. The next day, on Thursday, the 21st, we're going to be at the Lexington Public Library at the Farish Theater here on Main Street here in downtown. At 6 o'clock, we're going to have a video of Lincoln's youth in Kentucky done by my friend Kent Brown's company, Witnessing History. We're going to follow that with a distinguished professor, John Kleber, Dr. John Kleber, and he's going to give the address on Henry Clay's influence on Lincoln, which I think you'll find is considerable. And on Friday, the 22nd, at Ashland, they're going to have tours that day. They're going to be specifically adding Lincoln information during the tours, but at 1:30, they're going to have a specific tour led by Eric Brooks, who's the curator at Ashland. Specifically, more information about Lincoln and Clay. And on Saturday, that's the 23rd, from 10 until 2, right here at the Visit Lex Visitor Center, we're going to have a lot of activities that are going to be a lot of fun. And I think probably the first thing and the most important is we were able to get the exhibit of Lincoln's actual pocket watch, which is going to be exhibited in this room. that day, and that is the watch that Steven Spielberg, sound engineer, sent an engineer to Frankfurt to record that actual ticking of that watch, which is used in the movie of Lincoln. This was his actual watch. I think it's real cool to be able to get it here. We're also going to have the Kentucky Historical Society's traveling Lincoln exhibit is going to be here. We're going to have a downtown tour, a short downtown tour specifically related to Lincoln. We're going to have some Civil War reenactors, and we're going to have activities for kids. The Lexington Explorium is going to be here. You know, Callie Turner is back in the back of the room here right now, but they're going to have activities for kids. And the Mary Todd Lincoln Home is going to have some life-size cutouts of Mary Todd and Abraham Lincoln. And they're going to have some clothing accessories from the 19th century that people can put on, and they have their pictures taken with Abraham and Mary Todd, which I think will be a lot of fun. We want to make this fun for kids as well. We want to get them involved, kids and grandkids. And the last day is the 24th of November, which is on a Sunday at Second Presbyterian Church. We're going to have read Lincoln's second inaugural, which personally I think is the greatest speech in American history, at both services, at this 8:30 service and the 11 o'clock service. And during the forum between the two services, we're going to have a discussion about the second inaugural. That is to commemorate Lincoln's visit to Second Presbyterian Church on November 25th of 1847. If you need some more information, you can go to lexhistorytours.org/Lexington-Lincoln-Day. And we'll have all the information on there.
When we come back, we get an update on the Town Branch project, which has hit a major milestone.
So we've hit a
Welcome back to Lexington Now. The Town Branch Trail has reached a major milestone in the project. Brandy Peacher sat down with us to fill us in.
So we've hit a major milestone for the Tiger Grant and the Town Branch Commons projects. So we're very excited that we've hit this milestone, and what it is we're finally out to bid for construction. That means we have finished all of the pre-work that's necessary per our grant requirements. We have utilities already relocated in preparation for the trail construction. We have right-of-way acquired and have worked very well with a lot of the property owners to obtain that. We have received state and federal approvals that are necessary, and we have all of our design work ready to go. Historically, Lexington was established upon the banks of the Town Branch, but today, as you know, you don't see it in downtown. It runs in a culvert under Midland Avenue and Vine Street. And so with the trail piece, we are very limited on the amount of space that we had to play with. And it was very important to keep that infrastructure, the culvert, the stormwater system in place. So along the length of Midland and Vine Street, we will not be uncovering the Town Branch Creek. However, we're using it as inspiration. We're following its path. We're also trying to incorporate some water components into the route as well, so that it mimics what a waterway would look like, and also I think pays a little respect to the fact there was a waterway there once before. So the trail itself will not expose the waterway. However, down in the park, when our private partners finish that component, they intend to uncover the Town Branch Creek a little more than it is today. Many may ask, we hear you're a third of the way through funding, but what's worth noting is there are two projects underway. One is our private partners at the Town Branch Fund, and they are fundraising designing and we'll be constructing and operating the park, the 9-acre park behind Rupp Arena. And so you've heard some major announcements come from them that they are a third of the way through their fundraising campaign. And so we're cheering them on as they finish that effort. The city, on the other hand, is fully funded to construct the trail component of the Town Branch Commons. So what we will be building is from starting at 3rd and Midland. It runs the entire length of Midland Avenue, all of Vine Street in front of Rupp Arena, and then we will also complete the Town Branch Trail through Manchester Street, as well as a connection up Newtown Pike to the Legacy Trail. So what will you see during construction of the trail? You're going to see work occurring on the north side of both Midland Avenue and Vine Street, and that's where you'll find the Town Branch Commons Trail. That's the piece the city is building. And within that space, essentially you have 35 feet from the curb, the edge of the roadway, back to wherever the private property line lands. And within that space, we're not only incorporating a dedicated bike and pedestrian path, but we're also trying to make this more of a park-like setting as you walk or bike down Midland Avenue and Vine Street. I truly believe Town Branch Commons is a catalytic project for downtown, for Lexington as a whole. One, because we've never done public space to this extent before. It's a way for us to celebrate our history, enhance our transportation network, and a way for us to connect to infrastructure, parks, businesses, places where people live in a way we haven't before. We'll probably see some demolition occurring in early 2020. You'll see the contractors full steam ahead in the spring and summer, and you'll see 100% everything wrapped up by the close of 2022.
Lexington has further cemented its place as the horse capital of the world with the opening of the U.S. Equestrian Federation's new building at the Kentucky Horse Park.
Good morning. Thank you all for attending the grand opening of the U.S. Equestrian's new headquarters. And as I said, this is a very exciting day. My name is Bob Quick. I'm the President and CEO of Commerce Lexington, and I am very pleased and honored to be able to serve as your MC here this morning as we celebrate the opening of your new headquarters, our new headquarters. We take a special pride in the community. As Lexington is the horse capital of the world, we boast many great equine associations and businesses headquartered in Kentucky at the Kentucky Horse Park. Horses are a major part of Lexington's economy and are at the heart of our local culture.
Now, the horse park has been on a roll here for the last 3 years. Things have gone very, very well. Having this anchor for all of the horse industry is so very important to all of us here at the horse park. We have over 30 equestrian organizations that are officed here, and it's really important that we have the big capstone here with USEF. We have had a tremendous growth here in just the last 3 years, and we're spending less taxpayer money to keep this thing moving, and we have a lot of new events coming. One of the big events coming will be Equitana next September. We're going to be the U.S. headquarters for this European Equestrian Trade Show. They're going to be here and for the next many years, hopefully starting next September.
What a great day to be here in the horse capital of the world, as Bob mentioned. The Kentucky Horse Park is truly a national center of the horse. There are many reasons. After all, it is the world's only park dedicated to man's relationship and woman's relationship with the horse. It is also home to dozens of equine-related associations, organizations that represent different breeds, different professions, different activities. We are so proud to say one of these organizations is the U.S. Equestrian Federation, which has now built what we hope will be its permanent home here at the horse park. The Federation brings the Olympic rings to the bluegrass. Think about that. That's awesome. As the national governing body of equestrian support, the Federation has an agreement with the U.S. Olympic Committee that allows it to display the Olympic rings, and I saw them right outside on the building. They are located near the main entrance to the horse park, so everyone will see them. I'm a strong supporter of our equine industry. It is a key part of our signature brand here in Fayette County and Central Kentucky, as is the horse park. The farms that surround our city sustain our economic health and quality of life. Agribusiness generates $2.3 billion annually. Think about that, $2.3 billion, and drives a burgeoning travel and tourism industry here. We are working to promote and grow our agricultural industries to create the environment for Lexington to become the hub of high-tech agricultural innovation, to support our next generation of farmers, equine farmers, and all ag. And so I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to the U.S. Equestrian Federation for your investment in our community. It means everything to us.
I know a lot of you have heard me refer to the Kentucky Horse Park as the Wall Street of the equine world. And I truly believe that. I think most of us here get that and what that connotation means to us, but what's important for us to realize is the 500,000 or so guests that come through our gates perhaps don't understand the significance of what that means. To be standing right here in a building that is a national governing body of equestrian sport moves it to a whole different level. So the folks that come through and realize the state of Kentucky as a horse capital of the world, I think we can truly move it up a notch. I think the Kentucky Horse Park can be the sports capital of the world. I think that it's significant that we help to tell our stories, that all of our employees tell the stories to the people that come through and what's significant about the industries that are here. And our story is that this is our livelihood. It's the livelihood of over 30 organizations here and their employees that find the value of being here at the Kentucky Horse Park. It's a livelihood of the hundreds of businesses for which the horse park is a catalyst for them economically and educationally with equine. So on behalf of the Kentucky Horse Park, I would like to thank the Federation for helping us tell that part of the story, and we need to continue to do so. It's also my great pleasure to congratulate the staff, Bill and Murray. I think that this day truly is monumental in that not only does it talk about our relationship, but the commitment that the U.S. Equestrian Federation has in the horse park, in our state, in our sport, and in our city. So thank you all for being here.
On your bottom three. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. A new affordable housing project has broken ground in Lexington. Once complete, the Oasis at Kearney Creek will provide 96 units for seniors.
Welcome to the groundbreaking of the Oasis at Kearney Creek. This is AU Associates' largest affordable housing development to date. My name is Holly Wiedemann, and I'm the founder and president of AU Associates. And it's my great pleasure to first thank all the officials that are here today, which include our city, state, national, and public servants. You're going to hear this morning from our district council member, Kathy Ploman, our vice mayor, Steve Kay, and not speaking, but a huge supporter of affordable housing is Senator Mitch McConnell, who could not be here, but who is represented today by Stephanie Nelson.
Good morning and welcome to the 12th District, soon to be home of Oasis at Kearney Creek. These affordable units for seniors will be a wonderful addition to the 12th District, which you may not know represents 70% of the landmass. I'm a little biased, but it really is our prettiest district. So Holly, you chose a good location. The residents will love living out here near the rural-like setting. Also, Holly and AU Associates, thank you for what you have done and continue to do for our community. Your ongoing passion for historic renovations exemplified by the reopening of the old courthouse, your commitment to infill and redevelopment, as well as recognizing and leading efforts in providing much needed affordable housing, especially for our seniors in our community. So I look forward soon to be able to actually see, and to tour the Oasis in the near future. And by the way, did I mention it's located in the 12th District? Thank you.
Thank you, Holly, and good morning, everybody. I really am here today with two hats. One as the Vice Mayor, and as such, I greet you on behalf of the Mayor and the Council, and I want to recognize Councilmember McCurran, whose district almost comes out here, right? Almost. Thank you for being here with us. And I also serve on the board of the Affordable Housing Fund. And as such, I'm really representing Rick McQuady, who could not be here today, and his extensive staff. Well, I'm gesturing as a small joke because it's Rick McQuady. He is the staff for the Affordable Housing Fund, and it's a good example of how the city dollars are being well used. Holly has already mentioned the way in which our funds are leveraged, and it's a tribute to the actors at both the federal, state, and local levels that we've combined to make this project possible. It's also already been said, our dollars really make it possible to build something that is really fine housing for people and to allow them to live in it at an affordable rate. We face a housing crisis, everybody knows that. This is one way in which we're working together to provide really fine housing for our citizens. So our thanks to AU Associates, Lord X Sargent, Affordable Housing Fund, the Home Funds, the Kentucky Housing Corporation, everybody who collaborated on this to make it possible. Thank you.
I really want to celebrate and thank the main force behind making this project happen at AU, and that's Johan Graham, and the newest addition to our team, Brandon, who has also been invaluable in making this all work. I'd like to turn it over to Johan to orchestrate how we do this, the actual wonderful shovels, which were so kindly provided to us by Brett Construction. Brett, I hope you don't get tired of making these shovels because we got a whole lot more to go.
1, 2, 3.
It's election week, so there is no Lex TV meeting coverage, but when there is, you can find it on channel 185 or find our archives at lexingtonky.gov or other coverage on our YouTube page. That'll do it for this week, but as always, you can keep up with us on social media, check out the latest traffic updates on Twitter at LexRex, or catch our live traffic cams on lexingtonky.gov. For all of us at Lex TV, I'm Neil Noah, and that's it for now.